I decided to do a little vlog today just to give you guys an update on what's going on. I'm still pregnant. Son has not come out. He is 3 days late, which is really not that long, but like when you've been anticipating his arrival, that feels like forever. Like everyone is texting me, did he come? Did he come? Did he come? I'm like, no. I will update y'all. If he come, I will give y'all an update. If something happened, I will give y'all an update. He's not here, and like I'm already irritated. Like I just want him to come out. Okay. He's 3 days late. Today is February 3rd. He's supposed to come out February 1st. So I am like extremely full term. Like I'm 40 weeks and 3 days. I'm actually having some cramping right now. I've been doing all of the exercises. I just walked up and down the steps about 5 times before I started this video, and I started getting all this pressure. So they tell you walk up steps, they tell you do squats. I've been doing my squats, you guys. I've been bouncing. I don't have a ball, but I do on the edge of the bed, and it has the same effect. I've been bouncing on the bed. I've been doing nipple stimulation, so I've been pumping. I finally started getting some liquid, like some little milk coming out. I'm gonna tell you about that. I'm getting cramping, very crampy right now. Oh yeah, something happened yesterday too, so I'm gonna let y'all know about that too. But first we're gonna get some cereal because I'm hungry and I have a doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock. And it is 12:26. So we're gonna get some Fruit Loops first. And y'all mad, I just like finished lotioning and stuff and got oil right on my shirt and it's like right on my boob. Thanks a lot. So let's get some Fruit Loops. But yeah, y'all, my son being stubborn. I honestly really thought he was gonna come on time. I thought either he was gonna come on time or a couple days. So technically, I mean, it's a couple days right now. He could still come today and I could still be right. Because the day is still young. But I don't know. I don't feel like he is. Unless he keep up with this cramping. I had Rex and Hicks about 4 days ago. And then it never came back. I think Nye owed his best friend $30 because he betted that the baby was going to come early. He did not. And yeah, so we're still here. He's still here. So it's disrespectful. Let me set y'all up. Don't be minding because, you know, Shorty got a little fat neck now. I got a fat neck. Which is so funny because I really didn't gain weight anywhere but my stomach. Really. In my face. This is still set up. Felicia never came and got her like stand that they had my spa stuff set up on. So I just folded it up. I didn't know how to put it down, so I just left it there. And just folded everything up. So hold on, y'all. I need a bite. This is my cereal mukbang, I guess. I never did a mukbang. I feel like it's hard to talk and eat. I'm dropping Fruit Loops. Amen. So now how I'm supposed to talk and chill, like I'm be smacking, but people like to see that for some reason. So let me just give y'all a life update. For one, my ears are popped right now. And they have been doing this in this throat too. Oh, my ears been popping for months. And every time I go to the doctors, I forget to ask them because when I go, my ears aren't popped, so it don't be on my mind. But my ears literally have been popping for months, and I don't know why. I never experienced that before, and it's really irritating. It just keep feeling like I'm underwater, and I keep going like this, and it does like unpop them for a while, and then it does it again, and it's like really annoying. Okay, really annoying because I feel like I can't hear clearly. On top of that, every single night my nose just gets stopped up. I used to do that before, like it used to do that before at nighttime. Like it used to feel like I would get like a little cold at night, and then in the morning I would be perfectly fine. This oil gonna bother me. And then in the morning I would be perfectly fine. But now it's happening more often too. Like I never had it this much. It's literally every single night. Usually it's when I lay down. Now it's just nighttime. Like it get nighttime, my nose just stopped up. And I have tissue in my nose, which really helps. You know, some people don't know that helps. I thought that was like a universal thing. I thought everybody knew that if you put tissue in your nose and in the nostril that's stopped up, it will unclog it because it really does. I did it one time at work, and the teacher was like, "What does that do?" And I'm like, "For real? Like it unclogs your nose." I thought everybody knew that. Also, a lot of people don't know this. I guess I'm the only person that like dug up my nose when my nose was stuffed up. If your nose is stuffed up, stuffed up, whatever, and you stick your finger up there, you're gonna feel a bubble. It's like this bubble that forms in your nose, and that's what's causing you not to be able to breathe. So when you push the paper towel or the tissue in there, it's pressing on that bubble, and then it releases it or it pops or whatever, and that's when you can breathe again. So there y'all go. I guess that's probably what Vicks does too. When you put the Vicks, it must do something to that bubble and like clear it back up. But it's a bubble. It's a bubble that forms in your nose. I felt it. Sorry y'all, but so yeah, my ears keep popping. I was feeling like I'm sick at night. Yesterday was my throat. I kept having to clear my throat. Oh my gosh, going to the bathroom? Like, I'm so sick of going to the bathroom. So sick of going to the bathroom. Like, seriously. I get up like every 5 seconds. It's so very, very annoying. I'm not going to tell you too much because I am going to do an after pregnancy video. I'm going to tell you about I want to be able to record some of his labor, so that's going to be a video. But then I'm also going to sit down and talk to you guys about my whole pregnancy. Like, the things that I went through, the things I didn't go through and stuff. So I'm not going to get into too much detail about my pregnancy just yet. I definitely went through some things and I definitely didn't go through some things. I actually had a very beautiful pregnancy. So I do thank you, son, for that. I do. But I'm going to need you to come out now. Like, you're being evicted. Like, seriously. So yes, I am going to give you like a pregnancy video for real. This is just about stuff I'm going through right now. So my ears, my nose, the peeing. Mind you, I already peed a lot. I used to go to the bed. I always had to pee. But this is just 10 times, like, horrible. So I had Braxton Hicks, I think about 4 days ago. And not everyone experiences Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks are contractions, but they come and go super fast. As soon as you get them and you're like, ah, it's going. It's like super fast. And they don't last, like I said, they're super fast, so they don't last as long as actual contractions. They can be a symptom of false labor. I'm still going through it right now, and it's 12 o'clock. Like, I'm not on the phone. I'm doing the vlog. What you mean for who? I'm doing a vlog for YouTube, dum dum. I was having Braxton Hicks.
You hop on doing vlogs?
Babe, we haven't posted a video in a long time, so I'm giving them an update.
Hey guys, hey. What's going on? What you talking about?
Just stuff. Not about my full pregnancy, because I'm gonna do a separate video about that. About how my extra pregnancy was. But this is just stuff I'm going through now.
What you going through?
I didn't tell them everything. How my ears keep popping, my nose be stopped up. How I had Braxton Hicks and then it never came back. Yeah, so I was just telling y'all, they come and go. They're really fast. They're not like actual contractions. They don't hurt that bad, and they don't last for a minute. They're literally like, ooh, and then it's done. I had those a lot one day. I had it all in the shower after I got out the shower, and then it just stopped. Yep. Do you consider him 3 days late or 2 days late? Well, 2 days late. So, yesterday though, I got all excited because I was watching TV on the couch. And I was actually on FaceTime with Nye. And I felt wet. And I was like, I'm really wet. Like, something just came out. So I checked. And I touched it. People act like they don't be touching stuff like, oh, they just went to the bathroom. No, I touched it with my hand. And I was like, I think my mucus plug came out. He like, let me see. So I only had a little bit on my hand, but it was sticky. Like, it literally was sticking to my hand like that. So I showed him. He like, how you know that's your mucus plug? I'm like, cause it's so sticky. Granted, I be having like other stuff come out. You have that, like, you have discharge and all that type of stuff. So that's why he was like, how you know it's your mucus plug? I'm like, look how sticky it is. So, excuse me. So I went upstairs, went to the bathroom, and I wiped it, and it was like way more. And it was like really sticky on the napkin. At first he didn't think it was my mucus plug because he didn't, when I was telling him about it, I didn't show him all of it. I just showed him a little bit on my hand. So he was just like, it's usually more than that though. I'm like, yeah. So I flipped the camera and he's like, oh yeah, yep, that's your mucus plug. I said, I told you. It's like, mine was like a yellowish color. And then sometimes it can be like, it can have blood in it, so it can be a little reddish. It can be clear, it can be yellow. Mine was yellowish. And it wasn't that much. It was like, I can't really give you a size because I wiped it, so it was like, I don't know. But it wasn't crazy. And it didn't look that nasty, honestly. I had Googled already what mucus plugs look like. Because he, when I had faked the water break prank, he was like, where the mucus plug at? And I'm like, I don't even know what they look like. So I had Googled it, and some of them look disgusting. Really, really nasty. Mine really didn't look nasty. But the name fits. It's definitely like mucus. It's like really sticky. So I'm like, oh shoot, my mucus plug came out. A lot of people already been asking me, have I seen mucus when I go to the bathroom? They kept saying, if you see mucus, that means labor want to start soon or whatever. So I was like excited. Oh, and right after my mucus plug came out, I had to pee so many, like, it felt like I had to pee about 10 times after that. And it kept being like little bit like, and that was it. But it was like constant. It was really constant. I know sometimes your water can break like that too. Not everybody's water break in a rush. Like, psh, sometimes it come, you know, it flow out. So I'm like, I don't know. So my mucus plug came out, and then later on I felt a little bit of cramping on and off. Oh, and I looked up like the chances of labor after your mucus plug come out. Some people labor can start soon after, and other people labor can start a week or two after. So I was just like, please don't let me be a week or two. Like, come on, son, don't do that. So I had posted my mucus plug came out. Everybody telling me the stories. One girl came, her labor started a week after. Somebody else labor started 2 weeks after. Somebody else labor started soon after. So everyone is different. Oh, y'all, also took castor oil a couple days ago before my due date. And castor oil usually, I mean, it works for some people and it don't for other people. Honestly, I'll be right. I had a feeling it wasn't going to work for me. I said, watch me get all the other effects of the castor oil. Like, it can cause you nausea, it can cause you diarrhea. Honestly, it can make your baby poop, which a lot of people don't know. That can cause like some little difficulty during labor. I feel like all the older people just know, well, castor oil worked for me, and I never heard of that. But it's other symptoms, like it's other things that happen when you take castor oil. Like your baby can go to the bathroom, and that complicates stuff. Athena's mom took castor oil, and she was ready to come in like 5 hours. My grandma took castor oil with my mom was ready to come, but lo and behold, what did I say? I said, watch, I just have to go to the bathroom. And what happened? I took the castor oil, because castor oil is a laxative, for those who don't know. It's really used to help you go to the bathroom, but it has been known to also induce labor. So I was right. It just made me go to the bathroom. It gave me a little crampy feeling. It made me feel a little nauseous. I didn't throw up though. And that was it. My friend Felicia said that happened to her too. She took some and she got the same exact effects. She was nauseous and she had to go to the bathroom. So that's just, I don't know, that's just what it is sometimes. What else? I feel like I wanted to say something else. It's snowing. So actually, it snowed on the 1st through the 2nd. So I kind of didn't want him to come on his due date because the roads wasn't going to be clear, and that was going to really be annoying if I was in pain and we're trying to drive through the snow, or I might have had to go to a different hospital. It just would have been annoying. So honestly, son, I'm not even mad at you, but I was like, can you come on the 3rd? So today is the 3rd, so you know, maybe he can still come. The roads is a little bit more clear. It's not supposed to snow anymore. Yeah, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. I'm definitely going to see. I'm going to tell them that my mucus plug came out. They told me that when I come back from my appointment on the 3rd, if he isn't here, they were going to schedule to induce me. They usually give you a week. So a week from the 1st, if he's not here, I'm going to be induced. Being induced is not a bad thing, but everyone wants to experience, oh, my water broke. Like, you just, you know, you always see stuff like that and you want to experience it. So I definitely wanted to experience, like, my water just breaking and being like, oh, shoot. And I really honestly thought that I was going to have that because, like, I'm, like, really healthy. He was healthy the entire time, but I guess that really doesn't matter. I am happy that I got to experience my mucus plug coming out because not everyone experienced that or even knew what it was. Like, some people was like, what is that? They have kids. But if you was induced, I guess the mucus plug come out when, you know, they induce you so you don't see it, so you don't know. But I did get to experience that, so that's fine. But I don't know, we're going to see. I started dilating early. I was 1.5 centimeters dilated 2 weeks ago. But then I stayed there. Because when I went back, a week after that, I got checked again, and I was still 1.5 centimeters dilated. So we'll see what they say today. I told them I wanted to get checked again, even though I knew it hurt. Like when I got, oh my goodness, when they checked to see if my cervix was open, oh my goodness, that was the worst. I did not expect it to feel like that. I didn't know what I expected, but I did not expect that. It was horrible. When I say horrible, it was horrible. I felt like she put her whole fist in there. She started off, and I was like, ugh. Then she said, I'm going slow. And I was like, and it was like, boom. Like, she just went up. And I was like, oh. Literally, I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, that's what I said out loud. And she touched it. She said, oh, I feel his head. I'm like, and she said, I'm like, oh, like, get out. Get out. Like, I wanted to steal her. I wanted to fight. Like, I wanted to fight. Yo, my stomach itch. I rub it. I wanted to fight. Like, get out. Touch my baby head. Get out. So she was like, you're 1.5 centimeters dilated. I'm like, oh, wow. So I was excited to know that. So I'm like, all right. I guess it was worth the pain. So then when I went back, I had, well, before I went back, I had Braxton Hicks and like some cramping. So I was like, ooh, what if he coming down, you know, a little farther? So I wanted to get checked again, even though I knew it hurt. Tell me why I had a whole different. I'm gonna drink some tea after this. Tell me, you know what? I'm gonna put the water on now. I had a whole different experience. Like, she did not hurt me at all. And that's how you know that some people are just better at their jobs, I feel like, or just more gentle, because, and she also had little hands. She said that, she's like, I have little hands, so people tend to say, you know, it feels different. But when I say it wasn't half as, it didn't even, like, only thing that hurt probably was the initial entrance. Like, she first went in, it was like, and then she was in, and then I was perfectly fine. Like, it wasn't uncomfortable. She didn't hurt me. She said she could feel his head too. She's like, his head really right there. So that's making me feel like, all right, son, you coming. It's 2 weeks early. She felt it, but then she said, you're still 1.5 centimeters though. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, but I was happy that I didn't have to go through pain just to hear that I didn't even dilate any farther. But she didn't hurt me at all. So that was that. And now my mucus plug came out, so I'm very curious to know, did he come a little farther? Like, am I a little bit more dilated? Or y'all really thinking I'm gonna have to get induced? So I will let y'all guys know what is happening after the doctor's appointment. So yeah. See, it's actually easy to talk to y'all when you have stuff to talk about. Like, I feel like I never just sat here and talked to y'all, but I had a lot. I guess I had a lot to say. So this is actually like 23 minutes long. So that's pretty good. So yeah. So I'll tell y'all what the doctor says when we come back. I'm gonna drink some tea. It's not even really tea. No matter, I don't have no ginger. Ginger, like, if you're starting to get a cold, ginger, honey, and lemon clear that all up. I don't have any ginger, but just for like my nose and my throat, honey and lemon and water, hot water, does the trick. So I'm about to make my honey and lemon water and chill for a little bit before we have to go to the doctor's. I am gonna bring the baby bag and the car seat, because you never know. Like, I can go there and it could be like, oh, you 5 centimeters and just didn't handle cramping. I don't know, you know, I really don't know. So just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna bring the baby bag, our bag, and the car seat, just to be on the safe side. But I feel like I'm probably not, because like, I have no pain. But I did hear, was it Matria? I think Matria told me that she was in labor her whole due date and didn't know. I think she wasn't in pain. So you really just don't know. Pregnancy is very, very, like, people can give you all the stories. People can tell you all this, you know, all the stuff they've been through. But everybody is different. Like, everybody is different. A lot of things is universal. It's like the same, but a lot of things are also different. So just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna bring this stuff. I'm gonna bring this stuff. So yeah. So I'll see y'all after the doctors. Yes, I got a hole. This is a brand new shirt and I got a hole. So you guys, whoo, my baby is doing something, okay? Girl, boy, whoever watching this, y'all. So so we get to the doctor's, whatever. I get seen. I tell them my mucus plug came out. It's okay, that's a step. They're gonna check your cervix. Excuse me. And so she went up there. So first of all, remember I told y'all the first lady hurt, the second lady didn't hurt because she had small hands. This lady, her hands weren't particularly small, but it didn't hurt. So now I think it really is just based on your technique. It's just based on how gentle you are, like the person or whatever, because she didn't hurt me at all. So she went up there. It didn't really hurt. It was Gucci, right? She like, your cervix is still pretty tight. She said, I'll say you're 2 centimeters dilated, which is nothing because I was already 1.5 centimeters 2 weeks ago. So I'm 2 centimeters dilated. She said your cervix is really tight. She said when it's time, your cervix break up like butter. She said it gets like butter. So I'm definitely nowhere near the butter. But she was like, do you want me to sweep? I'm sorry, y'all. Just doing a lot. She said, do you want me to sweep your membrane? So a membrane sweep is basically when they separate your amniotic, I hope that's how you say that, amniotic sac from your uterine line. They separate it. First of all, I was like, I think it's so amazing how like they can just put their hand up there and just know what they're touching and then just separate it. Like it's no camera, no nothing. It's all by touch. So she separated my amniotic sac from my uterine line. When I say that hurt, I was like, oh. She like, actually I was like, she like, actually breathe, like practice your breathing. I started breathing. No, I'm not crying. I decided to do my update in the car.
Yeah, I love that store so much, yo.
Ooh.
Man, they always remember me. I ain't been in that store like a year. He said, Bobby? Bobby?
That's funny.
I know.
She told me to breathe.
Like, yeah, it's me, Pop.
That was really funny though.
I mean, no, they didn't have no steak.
What's what you got?
They gave me chicken.
He got chicken, rice, and beans. He usually like to get steak, rice, and beans.
They said, well, you want me to make it for you, Pop?
Oh, he gonna make you some steak?
What? Was he was gonna make it expeditiously too. It was gonna be the best. Babe, I look completely different. I'm fat now, babe. How do you remember me, babe?
You got the same face.
You right.
So
YouTube, my son kicking her ASS.
So they basically told me to breathe. She like, breathe. Because I was definitely holding my breath. And when I breathed, it felt way better. It did. She's like, yeah, practice that breathing. I breathe.
Why you drunk all your soda?
Thirsty. Honestly, it didn't feel like they gave me that much. I think they gave me more ice than soda.
They did. That joint's still heavy, like it's soda in there.
Yeah.
What's on my tea? Let me pour some of this in there.
Yes, please. Ah. So, anyway, long story short, she separated my sac from the uterine line. It hurt, okay? It hurt. She was going farther and farther up, like, I was like, oh. She was like, I know. She came out. She said, usually this helps put people in labor from 48 to 72 hours. So 2 or 3 days. If my son want to come, it should work for 2 to 3 days. And honestly, ever since then, I've been having mad pressure. And it felt like I had a contraction. Because usually I told y'all my Braxton Hicks is like a little stronger than pressure, but it's quick. This one was stronger than pressure, but it wasn't quick. It was like almost a minute. So I think the membrane swap, sweep, whatever, is going to do something. So that's the update. Hopefully the next time I talk to y'all, I'm holding my baby. I hope so. Oh yeah, so they giving me till Monday. Monday I'm supposed to have a stress test. That's basically like they put this strap on the baby and they do an ultrasound and they just make sure that like he's not under stress, he's getting all the fluid he needs. I have to continue to do my counting to make sure he's moving about 10 times a day and all that type of stuff. So that will be scheduled for Monday. And then when I come Monday, if I do have to come Monday, they're gonna give me 3 more days and they're gonna induce me. So hopefully I don't even have to come in Monday to get a stress test, because I'm feeling some pressure now from that swap. So yeah. Alright. There ain't nothing in here. Alright, so bye y'all. Say bye. I like it. That's nice.